Hey guys, Pete here, and I wanted to talk to you about Mother's Day and selling products for Mother's Day. Now, I've seen in the last few days, probably the last 4 days, sales are really starting to pick up for anything Mother's Day that I'm selling. And, um, I think the reason, obviously, Mother's Day is approaching, but I think also, everyone's in isolation, everyone's stuck at home. They want to make sure that their mom gets something nice for Mother's Day because, she's probably isolated from, her grandkids and all of that kind of stuff. And they want to make her day somewhat special. So what we want to do is we want to create some really cool products and put them in front of the right people. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how to create those products, where to find them, and how to come up with ideas for them. So basically, we don't want to have to make anything ourselves or buy inventory in. The clock is ticking. Speed is of the essence. So my suggestion to you is if you don't have anything set up, take a look at ShineOn. They have they have a platform, and it's basically you register and then you can upload all their products to your own kind of sort of store. It's a little bit like Teespring worked back in the day, where you don't actually have to have a Shopify store or anything like that, and then you just drive traffic to them. Okay, so they have got some really, really cool products, and I'm just going to walk you through a couple of ideas. So once you log in, you'll see they've got the newer products that they have, but if you come on the left hand side and click on catalog, you'll see some of the stuff that they offer, and this is one of the cool things that I highly recommend that you check out, is that they've got these products that everyone can sell. So there's a heart here, I don't know if you can see, there's another thing that says to my wife, and I think that there's a little silver love in that necklace. There's to my wife, a couple of hearts interlinked and infinity hearts and so on and so forth. But here's the cool thing. They've got these message cards. So the idea is that while you are selling something similar to someone else, if you pick the right one, you can actually all you need to do is really edit this message card, and you have something that's unique. Now let that kind of think about that for a while, because that's really, really powerful, right? Because if you were doing t-shirts or something like that, you might have to come up with 3, 4, 5, 6 designs for the same sort of concept to try and see if that would work to an audience. And that can be very, very expensive, because you're getting a professional designer to design all these different kind of these different concepts, and that costs a lot of money. Whereas with this, what you can do is you can get a couple of templates made, and then as all you need to do is find something emotional that you can write onto that card. So the design kind of plays second fiddle to the actual message. And that's exactly where we want to be, because finding those messages is really, really easy. Now, through my experience, the kind of cheesier and soppier, the better. And it sounds a bit weird, because sometimes I look at what's selling with my business with this sort of method, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that just sounds crazy. That doesn't sound right, but this works, and it works really, really well. So the other way that you can do this is, if you scroll down, you'll see that they have necklaces where you can actually get a design in the heart or whatever, or in the actual charm itself, and they've got quite a few options here. So again, when you're looking at this, you don't have to have this huge elaborate design, right? The other thing I love about ShineOn is generally in the jewelry niche, is that these margins are really, really good. So the costs start at $11.70. You can sell that for like 40 or 50 bucks. You can make a lot of money. It also gives you a bit more leg room with your testing and with your ads, so you can spend more money to acquire a customer because you've got bigger margins. They ship quickly from the USA. And I think they kind of made by moms, so there's another awesome message there. So you can say, these are handmade by moms, and in this kind of time, for this holiday, this is a really, really good product to test and to sell. So have a look at ShineOn. I don't have any skin in this game. This is not my company, and I know these guys a little bit on Facebook, but nothing really crazy. I don't make any money for recommending them. I just think they've got high quality products that go very, very quickly, that ship very quickly, and definitely worth a try. So come here, have a look at their products. The next step is to start to figure out what it is we want to put on these products. So There are a few ways to do this. Obviously, we can go to Google, and I'll show you something pretty crazy. When I was doing this, I said Google Mother's Day QU, and I see Mother's Day quarantine gifts, Mother's Day quarantine ideas. So this is really cool. I mean, if you're using Google Shopping and you've got your own shop, definitely start to throw these into your Google Shopping campaigns. Editing your products to reflect this, because I'd be very interested to see what kind of volume these keywords are getting, and something I'm going to do myself. So we come to Mother's Day quotes. We're trying to find cute, soppy, something like that, and here the first thing is 120 best Mother's Day quotes for mom in 2020. So let's come and have a look at this and just see what sort of stuff they have. Remember, we're looking for something soppy. We're looking for something that'll make her smile and cry, and in a good way, obviously. So 125 Mother's Day quotes, and they've got all these little collections. So quotes for mom, and now you can start to see. Now I'm not going to read all of these out loud, but this is just giving me tons and tons short and sweet Mother's Day quotes. That's quite nice. My mother is a walking miracle. All of this stuff is absolute gold, because you can use these and put them on these message cards. And if you don't want to copy them word for word, you can definitely take the concept and rewrite it, and as long as you keep the same sort of idea. Okay, so these are really nice, and you can see these kinds of cards are looking like this already. That kind of gives you an idea of cards. These are almost pre-made, and we just come down them. 125 of them. So there's a lot of them here. That's just the first Google search that I clicked on. The other one I like to do is go to Pinterest. There's always stuff on Pinterest, especially this kind of stuff, and we can find something soppy, something heartwarming, something funny even. That might work, and you can just scroll down and you'll get, and it's all I've done is said is Mother's Day. We haven't even said quotes. Crafts for kids, Mother's Day quotes. Right, and another thing to think about is that if you are selling on Facebook, and you are starting from scratch, and you want to build up a audience lightning fast, what you can do is take some of these quotes and create little memes for yourself, 1200 by 1200, so 1200 by 1200, and it creates a nice big square meme that'll or image that'll show nicely in the newsfeed. And you put some of these quotes into there, and you boost them for even $3 or $4 a day, and you start to invite the people who like those posts. What that'll do is that'll build up a massive engagement, or a fairly big engagement audience, depending on how much you spend, that you can keep retargeting to and really get your products in front of people. That's just a side note that this one just made me think of that. Right, so in Pinterest, you can scroll around, have a look, and there are a lot of different quotes. And the other one to do is to go to Etsy, and we can say Mother's Day quotes. And what we can do is say, and let's just see if they've got them here. I haven't really looked, but what we might be able to find is pre-made images that we can automatically use. So here we go. Here's Mother's Day quotes bundle, 26 designs, right? I'm going to have a look here. And this is especially if you don't want to spend money on a designer and you want to kind of get things going as quickly as possible. You can have a look here. Now, this might not work for these cards, but you kind of get the idea. So commercial use, instant download. So when you buy this, you own the rights to it. So you can kind of do whatever it is you want to do with them. So Mama Llama, I think some of these might work, I don't know. But you can think about how you could take these, and if you need to edit them slightly, you can send them to a designer. You can go look at Fiverr or Legit with 2 I's, Legiit. They've got some designers on there. And just kind of poke around and see if you can find someone to help with these designs. And you can then take these and put them on these cards pretty easily on ShineOn. Now, this is something that I highly recommend. If you're going to do it now. Start immediately. Today is Thursday, the 16th of April. I'm not too sure when Mother's Day is, but it's the first weekend of next month maybe. So you've got a window of probably 10 to 12 days. Things are hot, people are buying. I highly recommend you jump on this. Now, if you want help with the Facebook ad side of things, check out my YouTube video on how I run my CBO campaigns. That's exactly what we're doing with these. And then we're just retargeting relentlessly and putting our products in front of people. Okay, cool. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to get in touch. Awesome. Enjoy.